as I was saying, the Seattle Storm recently made an addition by signing Gabby Williams for the remainder of the season. For those you don't know, Gabby Williams is coming off an amazing performance in the Olympics, playing for the French national team. She also most recently played overseas in France, and she most recently played in the WNBA with Seattle. There was for those who don't know the reason why she did it, she was not in the WNBA for start of this season. It's a pretty complex story, but I'll do my best to break it down. So, during the 2023 season, Gabby Williams was not able to return for training camp for Seattle at the start of the season because of a concussion that she had suffered from during the season overseas. So there's a little bit of overlap. So typically in the overseas leagues, specifically in France and those European markets, they typically go from September, October timeframe up through March, April timeframe. And so there's a little bit of overlap between the WNBA and those overseas team leagues. And Gabby Williams had suffered had a concussion, and because of the concussion, she was unable to fly for a particular amount of days. And because she was unable to fly, she was not able to obviously fly to Seattle to make the training camp. And in the WNBA, there's a rule that stipulates that if you don't report to training camp, then you're unable to play during the season for that team. And that's what occurred. And I know it's a strange rule that the WNBA has, but that was the reason Gabby Williams was not able to play at the start of the season, was because of that. And it's good to see that she's back in the league now because she's a talented player, obviously a UConn product, and she adds another dimension to Seattle with another scoring threat, another wing scoring threat, another player that can create shots for themselves. And it adds depth for Seattle. And it obviously makes them better on the defensive end. The only concern I have with this addition is it a case of too little too late, with there only being a few amount of games left in the regular season, then going right into the postseason. You have to be very careful with adding a piece like this to a team that's in title contention. And I say that because with Gabby Williams isn't just a rotational piece. She's a star level player, and her ability to fit into the system that's already been running like a well-oiled machine with Skylar Diggins and NECA and Jewel Lloyd, and they have cohesiveness that's been developed over the course of this season. And you have to be careful as not to disrupt that. They say there's something called addition by subtraction. There's something that people talk about all the time, and that's very prominent in the sports world as well. So something that's going to be a testament to Gabby Williams' professionalism and ability to be a multi-dimensional basketball player is going to be her ability to buy into the system and to fit the role that she needs to be, or that Seattle needs her to be. Because Seattle doesn't need her to be on this team a 20 points per game scorer, someone that's attacking early, someone that's having the offense run through them. What Seattle is going to need from Gabby Williams is her defensive prowess, especially on the wing, her ability to put on-ball pressure, and her ability to slash, to attack the basket from the wing. And that's what Seattle is going to need from Gabby Williams. And will she be able to do that? We'll see. But Gabby Williams is a proven professional, proven great player. Obviously, most recently we saw what she was able to do in the Olympics with the French national team, and I'm excited. I'm excited to see how she's going to perform and how Seattle's going to perform for the remainder of the season. And the first game she played with Seattle was against Washington, the league's one of the league's worst teams. And she played 26 minutes, had 3 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 steals. And you could, watching the game, you could tell she was trying to find her spacing, get a feel for the offense, and just getting used to the play style of the WNBA as well, because there's a huge discrepancy between the style of play in the WNBA and that of overseas basketball. And you can tell there was a bit of an adjustment period for her. But something that you realize as a basketball player, that if you look at certain stat lines, for example, rebounds and steals, that's something that should always be able to do, and despite the system that you're playing in, because those are hustle stats. Rebounds are hustle stats. Steals are hustle stats. Having intensity on the defensive end, that's something that everyone's capable of doing in some form of capacity. And for her to still have 4 rebounds and 3 steals is a positive sign for me. And the points will come as she starts to get to more fluid rhythm within the offense. And for her to have 4 assists, it shows that she's another playmaker, adds another dimension to Seattle's offense, like I was saying. So this is nothing but positives for Seattle. And moving forward, I am excited to see just how much Gabby Williams raises the ceiling for Seattle moving forward. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Do you guys think that this is a great pickup, or is it a case of too little too late for Seattle? Does this affect their title? How does this affect their championship aspirations? Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I'd love to hear all about it. In our next segment, guys, we're going to be discussing another team with championship aspirations that might have some cause for concern. So be sure to stick around for that, guys. You're not going to miss it. We'll be right back.